Budget has been an action-packed day for the world of business. It was not just budget day, it was another day of bloodbath for Adani Group stocks, and that story is just not going away. Later this evening, we'll hear from the FOMC, and that will set the stage for what happens globally with interest rates, and that may go on to be an even more important event than our own union budget. So today is really, as things go, a really action-packed day for the world of business. And to talk about all of that, I've got Naina Lal Kidwai from Rothschild and Company. I've got Vinayak Chatterjee. I've got Hasib Drabu. In a bit, Nilesh Shah will also join me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining in. Naina, straight off to you. Before the budget, I want to ask you about this continuing saga of the Adani Group, and if that is roiling sentiment towards India in the eyes of global investors. No better person than you to tell us that.
I have to say that, it is very unfortunate to see this development, and it does impact our stock markets. Investors will continue to watch and wait. They're used to seeing, these sort of events that hit particular investments or stocks. They will wait for clarification, and many have a longer-term view than just selling on a bit of bad news. Many have done research and indeed looked at the companies in the group before investing. And as you well know, even the FPO saw a number of high-quality sovereign wealth funds and others come in. So we should wait and see. But yes, the impact on our domestic market is really quite unfortunate. And I do hope that everything clears up in due course. It just goes to show how volatile these times are. One piece of news and it can absolutely roil the markets.
Vinayak, it pertains to the sector that you observe very closely. I mean, we've spoken about the stocks, the impact it may have on banks, but such large projects, airports, ports, I mean, these key infrastructure projects, I mean, in a way, can it come in the way of executing those projects or continuing with those projects and set back our infrastructure growth story in any meaningful way, in your eyes?
I don't think so. I think this brouhaha will go away soon, because I honestly don't know much about stock markets or capital markets, because that's not a sector I have focused on. But I do understand deeply the operations of core infrastructure sector, and my view on Adani is very simple. Today, there are a bunch of operating assets which are stable, which are unaffected by global ups and downs of foreign trade, ships are coming and going from the ports, aircraft are landing, power is being generated and sold, and cash is being collected, cement is being produced and sold, and money is being collected. So today you've got a bunch of well-established projects, infrastructure, core infrastructure and infrastructure intermediates, which are in a stable state generation and collection market. That's the existing portfolio. Then you've got Adani investments in a bunch of projects which are under development. There are the Viringram Port project, the Tajpur project in Bengal. There is a very large 15,000 megawatt project in Kutch, in Khavda, which is the world's largest renewable energy project. These are projects which are under development, for which capital has been tied up, and the projects are under execution, including the expansion of many airports, expansion of ports. And the value of these will unfold as soon as the implementation phase is over. When you combine both of these together, as a watcher of infrastructure, I don't see any problem in these projects running and delivering. And therefore, the class of investors coming to capital markets now, the class of investors that understand infrastructure finance and understand the long gestation periods of what it takes 3 to 4 years to develop a project. You can't buy and sell a share in 3 months. This is not that kind of stock. It is a value long-term stock where projects which have intrinsic assured demand are there for the next 100 years. So people who are in the business of long-term investing in infrastructure, I don't think see a problem.